Hi everyone, it's Linda Canase for LyndaCreates, and I have my intro to the paper cut characters die from Trinity Stamps. So excited about this one. The main thing I wanted to share with everybody is that these are slightly different paper dolls. You can pose them in many different ways, and because they're paper and you can make more of each shape, you can cut some of the pieces apart if you want to change a bit of their clothing so that it goes in a different direction or it has a different cut to it. It's up to you, but there's so many things you can do with it, and these are just 4 of what I did. There's more. I mean, it's just so much fun. It's such a fun, especially for me, a fun summer project to do. And I put these on the zip gift tag die cut in the background and just changed their poses. You can see their legs are in different places, their arms are in different places, even the way their body's angled is all different. And I just added a few words to everything and a little bit of color with ribbons. But let me show you how I made these. So let's start putting a little bit of gesso. Because these cards are so strong in their pattern, contrasty, I wanted to soften it down a bit. So I'm just going to cover it with a little bit of gesso. I want the pattern to show through, but I want it to be very subtle. Just like that. And since I'm die cutting this, I don't have to worry about it going all the way to the edge. So now we come to the fun part of assembling the dolls. Now, it may look a little strange to have all these body pieces sticking around, but there's a reason for it. I wanted to make these so that you could put them in all different kinds of poses, which is the fun part about this. So I'm going to show you real quickly. Here's a basic one. She's standing there. But I want to show you what you can do with this as well. Now, I'm going to pose her in a little bit different way. And now you could actually, because we're covering a lot of the parts with the dress, you won't see where they hinge together. So you could either glue it in back or in front. It varies. So I'm going to actually glue it in back because it's just a little cleaner. So just a little dab. And what I want to do is pose her in a little bit of a playful stance. Okay. Now you can see her legs are off to the side and her body's in this pose. Okay. Now in this one, normally, again, like this example, the arms go down, but in this case, because her arms are going to go up, they actually, let me show you. Normally, this is how her arm would be, and this little pointy piece right here, can you see that? Would be the thumb sticking up. But when you want her arms to go up, they will go opposite side. So the thumbs are inwards. If you look at your hand, when you raise your hand, your thumbs are inwards. So I am going to glue her arms on in an upward pose. Okay, so let's do this. So she looks like she's jumping for joy. Okay, kind of a fun way. And then I'll glue, let's see, Want to glue her head on. And I'm tipping her head a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to glue on her dress. And you could be, of course, a lot more careful than I'm being. Okay, so now we're going to glue her hair on. Now the long hair, you want to glue it on the back of her head. So we're going to put some adhesive back there and like that, so it goes at an angle because she is jumping. And then you want to put the bangs on the front of her head. Okay, so see the pose she's doing now? And then the last thing we're going to do is I made these little fun summer sandals, and they looks really funny, I know. But these little tabs fold over to make the top of the sandals. So you could just, like, with tweezers or something small, or even your fingers, just fold these little straps. I guess they're sandal straps over. I guess the best way to look at these, or to understand which way these go, the straps will come from the center. When you stick it on the back of their feet, the straps will come up from the inside of her leg. So now you see how you can pose them in different ways. And that's just using the little sundress. And here, just as a side note, I put the arms, I glued the arms on the front of the torso, so it did get a little bit cleaner look at the shoulders. Just a future reference. So that is the little dress-up girl in this set. Here's another doll, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. Again, I want to show the various poses that you can make. And this time I'm going to have her pose now leaning this way, like she's leaning over. And now again too, the head can be, there's a little bit of a pointier chin, or if you want to do one with a rounder face, you can turn it around and go the other way, like this. So they also have a little bit different look. And she's going to be having her head tilted. Remember I said if the arms are going up, you flip it around, okay? But now if the arms are going down, you want to have them downwards. So because we've extended her shoulder out too, you could bring her arms over to the edge of the t-shirt instead of the torso. So by doing it this way, I've attached her arm so that you could have it in front of the skirt. Now this one could be in front, could be behind. I'm thinking it might be hidden behind her skirt. Or she could be reaching for something. Kind of looks more graceful behind the skirt, so I think I'll do that. And this is just a preference. You could put it wherever you want. So she's going to be leaning over. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with her shoes and her hair. And that's using the t-shirt with the little dress, summer dress. And you could see two totally different poses of these little girls. Actually, three different poses of the little girl, all in the same summer dress, different hair. This next doll is going to be an example of how the jeans work. And I know most likely you would expect the jeans to be together, but because I wanted to give it a lot of versatility, they're actually in two parts, so you can piece them together however you want. So let me go ahead and start. I'm going to start with the torso. And then we're going to put the legs on. And now she's going to be standing sort of like she's running kind of look. Sort of like that. Okay. And you want them kind of close together. Sorry, I want to turn that a little bit more so she's leaning this way. Now for the jeans, you're going to put them on one at a time, and you're going to match them up at the what would be her waist. Okay, so going up kind of far. Okay, so like that. Now this is why I didn't make them into one piece, because now she could be standing with her legs further apart like she's running, and you could see where it can assemble together. And I did all of this so that there could be a whole bunch of different poses that you can do. See, so now she's jumping or running. You could put it a little off-centered. See where her chin is a little off to the side? And it adds a little movement to the doll itself. It looks like she's moving in a different direction. So there's her arms, and again I'm going to do her hair, the back of her hair first. She could be holding hands with another friend. There's a whole bunch of fun little poses, but that's how the jeans work. They're separate pieces so that you can pose them in different ways. Okay, so now we finally get to the little boy. Now he has kind of a fun look in that he has one of these, I think they call them baseball tees. So it has a different color on the side here. Sports shirt. The shorts are really fun because these are like cargo shorts, and if you look at it, it has some crease lines or indent lines to show where parts go, and these little pieces are the pockets, and these two pieces are the cuffs to the shorts. So let me go ahead and add that on. And the scoopy side, I don't know how else to explain it. The curved side go on the outward part of the shorts. So what you can do oops, is add the adhesive. You can see the little mark on the side of the pants, and you just add it, and they kind of stick out because little boys carry a lot of stuff in their pockets. Well, little girls too. There is a little bit wider and a little bit narrower cuff. Not critical, but they do just go on the edge here. And not really a right side up or upside down, I don't think. So now we're going to assemble the torso, same way that we did with the other ones. Let's assemble the t-shirt. And then I'm going to add the shorts. And give him a little bit of character and turn him slightly. And now we could add the legs to match the angle of the shorts. Now the trick is, there's a lot of angle that you could do with the shorts, but you just have to make sure if he's standing this way, he has a balance to him. Again, we're going to do that, and I think it's going to come down right about there. Not quite sure. That's a good thing about the liquid adhesive. You can adjust the angle a bit. So they don't have to be centered in the middle of the shorts legs. So it looks like that. I'm going to add maybe a little more adhesive underneath the shirt now that we have that assembled. And the order that you assemble it really comes from just practice. You know, you try different poses. So I'm tipping his head slightly. So if you tip their head, you kind of have to tip their hair too. And once you have these placed, you can go back in and do a little bit nicer, a little bit more adhesive maybe. So there's the little boy. And he has kind of a little bit of a tipped head there for a different look. Now that we have the dolls done, let's go ahead and make their background. So all of these cards that I put the gesso on are now dry. So we're going to die cut these and turn them into tags. So I'm starting with one of the cards, and I'm using our zip gift tag from Trinity Stamps, and I'm just going to position it. It's just going to be a background, so I'm not really worried about where it sits on this, but I do want to make sure it's straight. So it's a little crooked. It's wiggling a bit, so I'm going to take it off, remove my bottom plate and my adapter, and I'm going to use the Magnetic Pro Deck from iCrafter. And it works really well because it is magnetic. It won't move. And there's our first background tag. So as a little added embellishment, I die cut this from the Garden Floral die set from Trinity Stamps. And I die cut these little flowers, and I'm going to just add them to this branch. And don't forget, you can add accessories that they're holding. These are... Okay, next step was I add a little distress ink to the edges of these tags, just to add a little more depth to it. Now I'm going to add the dolls, one doll to each tag. So you can center them on the tag, or you can have them hanging over a little bit, depending on what you want to do. And you don't want to cover over the hole with the tag. So let me go ahead and finish off the other tags. So I hope you enjoyed these paper cut characters from Trinity Stamps. I designed them so that they had a lot of different things you can do, and I hope this video showed you just got your imagination going as to what you can do with these. And don't forget, you can also add other little pieces to them. They could be holding things. I die cut these flowers from the garden flower set, and she's holding them in her hand. So you can add so many different things. They could even hold hands if you want them to. Just have fun and just enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials and inspiration, and happy crafting, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.